I would like to ask everyone here a question. What do you want out of life? But just have to think. Because I can bet money on every single person here, student, staff, even teacher, that their answer will have something to do with happiness, right? Something to live happily, sometimes to maybe a stable job or a large sum of money, or something to do with family, so parents, partner, kids. It doesn't necessarily have to be human beings. It can be a pet or maybe a cat, right? We all want happiness. So why is this answer so common? You know what else is so common? We're all given this thing called life, and it's this really stupid thing. So us as human beings, we have the heavy load of trouble and misery that come with it. It's probably the most improbable, or maybe, may I dare say stupid, that life is set up at its own very conception. Another thing that's really common among humans is that the way we're programmed, right? We all want happiness. Happiness is something that we long for, something that we want. It's like a goal, an end goal, right? That we want happiness. And we'll be happy if we get happiness. Our minds are programmed like a Lego piece. So if I achieve X, I will be happy. If I do Y, I will be absolutely miserable and die. And if I look like Z, I will be loved. But happiness isn't solvable. It's not even an equation to start with. Happiness is merely a concept. It's an idea for us to validate ourselves. Everyone here hope for a life without problems, right? We hope that this thing doesn't happen to us. We hope that this problem will be solved. But then, let me give you an example. So you have a problem of not spending enough time with your loved one. So you come up with a solution for it to have a weekly dinner on Friday, a Friday date night, for example. But don't you think that you're just generating more problems for yourself? Now you have to put in the effort, you have to put in the time. Think about what to wear, what to do, where's the date, and even financially, are you capable of doing it every single week? But that is happiness. Happiness isn't action. Happiness is the problem. The problem when we get upgraded or exchanged for a new one. Happiness will not appear magically out of nowhere. You will not see it in a place, a person, or an idea, or a speech. This speech will not do anything for you. I just want to make that clear. This speech will not erase your pain. This will not help with your problems or your pain. It will not be a guide to some greatness. It can never be. Greatness, we think greatness is so great, right? We think greatness will fix everything. It's amazing. But then it's an illusion, and we're delusional. Because this speech will probably just be a stupid high school speech that will leave your mind in 3 days. And that's also okay, because all of us are average at everything we do. We're afraid to accept that we're average. Some of us might be exceptional at something, like piano, sport, dance. But then we're average, we're below average at the rest of the other things. Our culture these days to be extraordinary. We think that we're so great. It is said that we're destined for greatness. I've been watching TED Talks to get ready for this, and numerous little people on the screen say to me that you deserve greatness. Business tycoons say it, politicians say it, even Oprah herself said that you're special in your own way. But when I hear that in my mind, all I could think of that is I'm average, I'm a failure. Because that's the worst thing you can be, the middle child, the middle of the pack, the middle of the society filter. We're afraid to accept that we're average, but we're mediocre at the finest. These messages makes you feel good, it drinks off your ego, but they're just empty calories that make you feel fat and bloated. Like, it's okay to be normal and ordinary. Like, the simple appreciation for things in life, the simple appreciation for the book, finishing a movie, a simple pleasure of friendship, right? To enjoy the moment. These things may sound ordinary. Well, this thing may sound boring because they're ordinary, but maybe they're ordinary because they actually matter. And people who are alive without us even knowing. I thought that happiness was a destiny, not a choice. And I thought that love would just happen at the snap of a finger. Did you know that you actually have to work for it? Same thing with being cool. How many of you in this room have bought a piece of clothing or an accessory to be cool? Right? I thought that being cool was something I could learn from others and that it can be practiced. But in reality, being cool is you can't get it from others, but they get it from oneself. Same thing with love. We might think that there's too much love or there's too little love, but then what does that mean? Can decide what love is and what is enough for us? Sorry. Same thing with I'm sorry, I lost my computer thought. Okay, same thing. When you learn something new, you don't go from wrong to right. You actually just go from wrong to less wrong. There's still nothing is certain in this world. It will keep happening your whole life. As you grow up, you will go from wrong to less wrong. And all of us, are in this process of approaching the thing that's called truth and perfection, right? But it's something that we'll never reach. It's not real. There is no ultimate right answer in this world. And I really can't give you advice on this because you and I are different, right? You're you and I'm me. We have different needs, personal values, history, background. You will come up with your own answer to what you think life is and what's the meaning of it and what to do with it. My correct answer would just to not screw up. Just, go to school, also try to live a life. Forget about the consequences for a while. And that is my correct answer up until recently. Because my answer will change and evolve, because I myself will change and evolve. I will chip it away little by little, and so one day, maybe I'll be even more wrong, or maybe I'll be less wrong, we don't know. Respect, it's a deeper sentiment there is in this life. It's deeper than love, it's deeper than compassion. Love is respect. Love is when you respect a person, when you value that person as an individual. Like, that's really cute. Imagine someone loving you, but they don't respect you, right? And so these values, they're unreal. Like, they're literally not real. Because if I open you up, if I cut you open, I will not see human worth. I will not see dignity. I will not see respect or value or love. These values are in a metaphysical world. It's a world that it's not physical, but somehow all of us are connected in it. And so we created this world to feel validated, physically. And that's alright, because we're all going to die. Like, let that sink in. We're all going to die. Confronting the reality of your own mortality is very important, because it obliterates all the crappy and superficial values in your life. We're going to die. But that's alright, because you will die. Because you're fortunate enough to have to live.